This is the video showing my old 1968 Mark 1 746. This phone was never sent back to the GPO. It was always like this. It's never been refurbished. It's got the original numbered and lettered bezel. You can tell it's the original one because the way they tell you, you can tell on the eBay listing as well it's original. Because you can see the metal clips. Got a flat blade screwdriver here to show you what I'm talking about. These little clips with the pointed screwdrivers, those clips in there. You'll see 4 of them around the dial bezel, and that's how I knew it was original. The only thing what's not original to this phone, but it is an original GPO opponent, is the junction box. The junction box wasn't changed. The original one was missing, but it wasn't too bad. Although the get one off eBay, the original GPO 52A. Now it's on RJ11 coming out of the box for the phone system I'm using. Now this phone is wired in the original way. I live in Australia, not the UK, so I don't do the conversion to make these phones work. The thing I do is put a resistor in line for the bells. Showing you inside the phone, and then I'll demonstrate the phone after I put it back together. I do have another 746 with a Mark 1 over there. That one does here. That's my landline telephone. That's hardwired to my telephone line and wired the old-fashioned way, as it was back in 1967. My mum bought this as a birthday present last year for me. I can't exactly what she remember what she bought. I think it was a Christmas present or a birthday present. I think in last year or the year before. There's the original Mark 1 case made of ABS. 746 never had Diacon cases. There's the thing on the back that holds the dial bezel in place. Really close up look. There's the bezel. I'm not going to take it off because I took this off once. And the shame about this was this dial bezel actually ruined the paint on the back came actually off because some stupid twat actually glued this in place on the back of the dial of the back of the case because he took it off. Never could get it back in place with this thing. And he glued it in place on the back of the phone onto the phone case, and the thing holding it was actually around this dial. Now the dial is half original on this phone because the original was knackered. I couldn't get it to work again, so I'll get the original. Was this thing, the dial plate, the finger wheel, the screw, the opal, and this ring that goes around here. And the finger stop. The rest of the dial was knackered. I couldn't repair it, but it is half original. And the person also did another bit of damage to the phone when he was doing like he did with the dial bezel. He actually mucked up the switches here. I had to repair them to get them to work again. It's wired in the original way, as you can see. It's not being converted for plug and socket use. That's the way my Australian system works here. You've got to have a ring capacitor in the phone to make it work. That's how it's wired on the inside. There's no ring capacitor in here, but it's in the junction box. Two 500 ohm bells in series, like 1000 ohms. Now you can hook these up to your line with 1000 ohms, but it will drop the Ren value down a lot. What I did to fix the dial bezel was I had some matte black paint from my model railway room. I just painted that on the back of the dial bezel, and then again you can't notice it was never done that way. There is New Zealand variants of this phone about. The main difference is the nut dial is reversed. It starts with a 9. It goes 987654321 on the dial. I've had a New Zealand one in the past, but it broke, so I never kept it. Before I knew how to repair things, I never kept it. I believe I still have it somewhere, but I don't know where I've put it. Now I'll show you inside the junction box, and then I'll do the dial out and ring demonstration. You got the wiring, black, red, white and blue. Red and white in this setup is red and white is phone line, we've got A and B, and in green is the bell. There is a resistor right there in between the white and the green. That's because of the 500 ohm coils. And I did it this way because this phone's original from '68 and it hasn't had any conversions done to it. And it has the original line on it. Stay behind me, don't go into fast camera again. And I wanted to keep it that way, so I didn't want to make this phone look original, putting a horrible looking Australian cable on it, so I just kept this phone original. So I found a person selling one of these on eBay. Now in my cupboard just here there's a PBX. I may use a PBX to do hold the tone for my NBN system. Put it in. There we go, now it's back. Now it's plugged in. Let me back on to film this phone. It's gonna. I hope this works. Right, there's the dial tone. If I dial 101, you should hear the phone over there ring. Now I'll ring this one. It won't ring in a double ring. I don't know if I'll be able to do a double ring either. So just transfer the exchange line to this phone. Show you the base and all I'm plugging on in the video. Made by AEG. There's GPO bat sample and the 746L. The 746Ls are quite rare. And as I've actually got 3 of these phones. I've got one of them installing was a 1969, and I've got a 1967. That one over here was the original one, and this one here. So this is my 1968 746L. I do have the original dial label that came with this phone, but it's not in the phone right now. I just replaced it with a blank one. This is my old 746L.